Okay, so welcome back to my channel. Now we are on the machine, we are about to sew the cloth, so stay tuned. So after we are done cutting the clothes, the next thing now is to take your front and the back of your clothes, join the shoulder together. So you can see here is the first pieces and here is the second pieces. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you. On the top. Here is the material. So I'm going to join the shoulder. Now the first thing I'm going to do, since I'm working with high neck, so it's high neck, I do not need to take the front or the back leg. So I'm going to join the shoulder, then tape it with the turning I cut the other time. So this is the first shoulder. I'm going to place it on the machine. I'm done joining the first shoulder, so I'll go ahead to the second shoulder and join it together. Alright, so I'm just joining the two shoulder and this is what it looks like so far. Join the shoulder. And I'm going to go ahead and shape out my measurement. Remember I said the measurement I'll be working with is bust 36. So we are going to divide 36 into 2. That is 18, which I'm going to drop out here. So to shape that out, I'm going to measure the total fabric I have here, then deduct 18 inches, whatever it is that I have left, I'm going to divide it by 2, then shape it out in the 2 edges. So for example, here I have approximately 24 inches and I need, alright, like I said the other time, I have approximately 24 inches here and I need 18 inches. So what I'm going to do now is to subtract 18 inches from 24 inches. I'll be left with 6 inches. So the remaining 6 inches, I'm going to divide it because we have two sides here. This is the first side and this is the second side. So that means the 6 inches divided by 2, that will be 3 inches. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to shape out 3 inches here, 3 inches that is here where I place my tape. I'm going to measure 3 inches, and also at the other side I'm going to measure 3 inches. So you must have the two sides you have here must be equal. Since you are left with 6 inches, you're going to divide the 6 inches into 2, and whatever it is that you have here is what you must have in the other side. So I have 3 inches there, I have 3 inches there. That means, so this is the side I'm shaping out first. I'm going to measure 3 inches and place, so adjust my machine to where it's measured 3 inches. I'm going to repeat the same steps here. That is, measure whatever it is I have here. We are still on the bust line. Measure whatever it is you have there, then remove your bust. We are working on bust. Remove your bust, then divide the leftover into 2. Here I have 23 inches. So I'm going to subtract 18 from 23 inches. I'll be left with 5 inches. So here, let's place my paper. I'm going to start. And on the waistline, we are on the waistline now. The waist I'll be working with today is 28 inches. So let's measure what we have here. Let's measure what we have here. Here I have 22 inches and I need 14 inches. That is 22 inches minus 14 inches. That would be 8 inches. So I'm going to divide 8 inches into 2, that is 4 inches. So I must have 4 inches here and 4 inches on the other side. So this is my 4 inches. That is here that I'm shaping. I'll bring my machine here to bring it a curvy shape. Still on the waistline, I'm going to place my tape here, measure what I have here. I have 21 inches and I need just 14 inches. So 21 minus 14, that would be 7 inches, I think. Divide 7 inches into 2, that would be 3.75. 3.75 is 3.567. Alright. So we are now at the hip line. We are on the hip line now. So the hip I'll be working with is 40 inches. 40 inches divided by 4 equal 10 inches. But since I've actually separated my cloth, my fabric, I've separated it. It is now in 2 folds, not 4 folds anymore. So I will be needing 20 inches. That is 40 inches divided by 2 equal 20 inches. I'll measure what I have here. I have 25 inches. I calculated 25 inches and I need 20 inches. So I'm left with 5 inches. Then if I divide the 5 into 2, that will be 2.5. That is 2.5. I'll place my paper here. Then to measure 2.5. Then bring out can you see it? Let me try to adjust the camera so you can see what I'm shaping. Here also I'll measure what I have here. I have 23 and I need 20 inches. That is I have 1.5 here to cover out. Alright, so we are now going to the knee line, and I want my own gown. I don't want to close it at the side, so I want the 2 sides to be left open. Instead of sewing it downward, I'll not sew everything. So what I'm going to do now is to measure what I want, or how much you want it to be open. If you like, you can use 23 inches. If you like, you can use 22, 20, 18. It depends on how open you want it. But as for me, I will be going with let's say 21 inches. Okay. So we are done seeing the first part. Now to the second part. Remember I said whatever it is that you have here on the first part is what you should have on the second side. So if you have 3 inches here, you must also have 3 inches here. And like I said the other time, I need 18. So after having 3 inches on each side, you must get 18 on the dot. So if you have less than 18 or more than 18, that means you do not do your calculations very well. So what I'm going to do now is to place my tape rule here. I have 3 inches, measure 3 inches and adjust it on the machine and measure whatever it is I have left. So for me, as you can see, I have 18 inches on the dot. I have 18 inches on the dot. Let's see if you can see. This is the paper. This is 18 inches. Alright. I got exactly 18 inches. Yeah. Alright, so let's continue. We have 18 inches. right now I'm on the waist side. So the waist I will be needing, like I said, is 14 inches. And here on the first side, I have 4 inches on the first side. Then I'm going to place my tape over the second side and measure out 4 inches and shape it out. So let's try to check or look at what it is that we have here. As you can see, my tape will measure 14 inches exactly. So that means I am still on the way. Actually, there is another thing I want you to take note. When it actually comes to waist measurement, we have upper waist and we have lower waist. So the upper waist is usually measured around this side, like around this side, while the lower waist is usually measured around this side. So for me, if it is pattern drafting method that I use, I don't usually shape out the lower waist because I have my ruler and my ruler will do justice to that. But if you know that you don't have ruler, I would advise you to measure your lower waist. Let's try to see what we have here. The upper waist is 15 and the lower waist is 14 and the lower waist is 16. I mean for the person. It is not fixed. the waist, the upper waist and lower waist are not fixed. So the upper waist and the lower waist are not fixed. It differs. So for the person here, our upper waist is 14 inches while our lower waist is 16 inches. I've measured the upper waist, 14 inches for the upper waist. Now for the lower waist, that's what I'm about to do. So I'm going to place my checkbook here and make sure that I bring it right here on 16 inches. Alright, here we are. The next thing now is to go to the hip line and shape it out. Remember, the hip we are working with is 40 inches. So 40 inches divided by 2, that is 20 inches, which is what I'm about to shape out here. Here I have 3 inches, that is on the first side. And on the other side, I'm going to place my tape there to make sure that I have 3 inches. So here it is 3 inches. The next thing now is to check out whether I have up to 20 inches. As you can see, I have up to 20 inches. That is 3 inches here, 3 inches here also. I have 20 inches. That means the total measurement of the fabric I have on the hip line is 26 inches. So remove whatever it is that you want to use. As for me, it is 26 inches and I need just 20 inches. So I deducted 20 from 26 inches. 26 minus 20, that is 6 inches. Then the remaining 6 inches, I divided it into 2. So here I have 3 inches and on the other side I have 3 inches. So that is how we arrived at the hip measurement. Alright, so let's shape out our hip. 20 inches, that is from this side to the other side. You're also going to place your tape here and measure 20 inches. Don't just seal off it. The fact that you measure your hip line on the first side, on the upper side, doesn't mean you shouldn't measure it on the other side of the hip line. That's still on the hip line. So remember the other time I said I will actually not be joining my side because I want my clothes to be open at the 2 sides. So this is where I will be stopping the opening. Yeah, alright, we are done shipping out our clothes. The next thing now is to, I said we are working with high neck. So the next thing now is to fix the neck on the neck of the clothes. This is what will be joining with the body of the clothes to give us something of this nature. As you can see, so this is how it's going to sit on our neck. Alright. Remember the other time when I was cutting the cloth, I said The length or the width rather, the width of the neck you'll be using, it depends on the measurements you have after joining the clothes. But we have different types of clothes actually. We have some clothes that are not stretchy. So if you want to work with clothes that are not stretchy, I will advise you to use maybe a button or zip at the back. So create a button hole at the back so that you'll be able to wear it easily. That is if you are not working with stretchy material. But if you know that you are working with stretchy material, you can actually just sew it that way without leaving zip allowance or without inserting your buttonhole there, because you can easily wear it. Let's assume I've joined mine now, so I can actually easily wear it. Can you see? But the thing is, if you know that you are the type that put on makeup, you wear makeup a lot, just try to put on your clothes first before you wear makeup. Aha. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is to join the neck at one side before I later join it to the clothes. So this is where I will be closing the neck. That is one side of the collar. That is where I will be closing the neck before I join it to the material. Alright. Alright, I'm done joining the neck, as you can see. So now what we're going to do is to fold the neck to your fabric. Remember, we have fabric on the ground, so we are going to fold this neck on the fabric to give us something like this. So enter your head. Don't mind my own neck. To place your neck, you can allow this joining to be at your shoulder area or allow it to be at the back. So you can place it here or here, it depends on where you want it. So as for me, I would like to place it here. So I'm going to fold it, make sure that the right fabric and the right fabric, like the two right fabrics, are placed at each other. Your collar and your neck, they should be of right sides. Yeah. So you need to be very careful, because the collar is not actually up to the neck you have here. So that means we are going to adjust the collar. We are going to stretch it in order for it to reach this side of the clothes. So it must be enough. So, alright, so after joining it, this is what we have, as you can see, for the neck. So now I'm going to go and so now the next thing to do is to tape my opening. Remember I said the clothes, I will not be closing the clothes, so it will be having some opening at the two sides. Let's go and see the opening. After folding the opening on the two sides of the fabric and the down part of the fabric, this is the outcome. As you can see, the neck is really pretty on the mannequin. Likewise, the armhole, it is neither too big nor too small. Even if the customer raises her hand, her armpit will not be exposed. Back to the bust, waist and hip, this is actually what I was looking forward into. They came out beautiful. They are neither too big nor too tight. Down to the opening on the two sides, they came out beautiful as well. Remember I said I deducted 1.5 inches. If you want your own to be slimmer or tighter, you can go in by 2 inches, and if you don't want it to be that tight, you can go by 1 or 0.5 inches. So if you have any question, kindly drop it on the comment section. Thank you for watching. Bye.